That is some good coffee. Whew, it's very good to speak with you again, with you guys. 769 subscribers. Amazing. So, currently drinking 2 of these. So that's good. I was just going to talk a bit about, the power of being, I don't know what it's called, relentless, or the power of the will or something. I sound like a very good expert on that topic, but so I was getting a proposal of maybe doing a sort of extra role, which is pretty big. It's not pretty big, but it's bigger, and it's bigger than many of the roles I've had before as an extra. But that may be that job requires me to not be this big, right? And I am not in that position where I can say, okay, I'll lose some weight and you can take me. It doesn't work like that, right? And I was talking about this yesterday, like I don't really have the mindset right now to lose a bunch of weight for just a small thing, which necessarily it isn't even guaranteed or agreed that I will get this. It has to be accepted by a bunch of people, but important people. But I was just saying to myself on the way home and at the gym, like, I still have a bunch of, how do I say this, unresolved feelings, opinions, just oozing in my body, right? I still have a bunch of unresolved things, and it's difficult to just get rid of that. There's a bunch of experiences and things that has happened in your life that you can't get rid of that, whatever it is. But all that matters is how you move away, or not move away, but move towards something better, moving towards a better future, right? Becoming a better person. And the gym is helping me a lot, just getting out the thoughts, feelings, and that doesn't necessarily, it's a bit of both, right? Because the way I do things, like the forbidden pre-workout, isn't healthy mentally. It is not, or there's both sides on that actually as well, because there's a good and a bad with, you have to come with terms and accept this and that with things that has happened to you, and that may be useful in a forbidden pre-workout scenario. But also I train 5 to 6 times a week, and telling yourself and sort of gassing yourself up, making you anxious in the gym from telling yourself a bunch of things that has happened to you or whatever it is, isn't necessarily the best thing to tell yourself every day. So it depends, right? But it isn't every day I do this, but mostly often. And I just hurt my elbow. And by sort of doing training and getting my feelings out, that is basically like it's basically a flame you can't take out, right? And with that, and with that becomes a good sort of will discipline, feeling of working hard, and that comes in the gym as well as when I'm eating in getting bigger, and it's just you get the result of being, let's say, bigger than before, especially when you're doing weight training, and that's mostly what I do in the gym, if not a little bit of cardio. But it makes it difficult, right, to give that up when it is one of the things that has helped you, do this and this, and getting out those feelings. But don't get me wrong, I will, as I mentioned before, I will never stop going to the gym, but it is, that level I'm at now, where going full power, giving 110 every workout sort of is how I get it out, and that, ends in me getting, bigger or whatever. I am in a good big size. People have commented on it, and the reason I say that is because I am, or I have accepted, and I am aware that I am big, or I have a good physique and a big physique. But the reason why I can't say that 100% is because of probably body dysmorphia, or not necessarily that. It may be, when you've slowly grown, it's difficult to see sort of when you slowly grow, it's difficult to like notice the difference. It's the same with with height, your height. It isn't like, whoa, I'm so tall, holy shit, this is so not me, and it's a slow process, right? And let's say you get a bunch of stretch mark when you start to train, and then you can actually see the difference. But I don't have that right now, or I don't have that much, and it becomes difficult to see, how big I truly am. Or it definitely helps if you see some sort of before and after picture. That helps. And sort of when you actually see, and sort of, when you sort of are aware of how much weight you actually lift and how good that actually is. When I saw a big guy, he was doing 80 kg on a T-bar row, and I was also doing that, and I thought to myself, damn, I can do the same. It isn't good to compare, but it sort of puts into perspective that I'm not that tiny to do like a special T-bar machine on 80 kg. So I'm getting big, and that is the power of being relentless, having discipline. That people are, holy shit, you got so big, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing the same thing every single day. I don't have too big of an issue with it. It's just I have to do it. It's programmed in my head. I can't get rid of it. So yeah, it just makes it a bit difficult to, let's say, if you get an opportunity where you can't be this big, and you can of course eat less. We'll see how that goes, as well as the training is programmed in my head, the eating and the drinking. Not the drinking, alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol in over a year, but water or this shit, just eating. You can feel it in the body as well. You can really feel it, or I can feel it, especially with the food. So it's it's just a weird ass feeling, man. I'm not sure what the topic of this video will be. The power of relentless or the power of will. Even though it doesn't necessarily have that much info about it, but I hope there was some, right? It's that, damn, it's that, you know, everybody reacts and are like, oh, you're massive. And I'm like, yeah, it's just, it's not a stupid thing. I appreciate it, but it is like, I had to do this. I had to. Like, there was no other way out, and like, I needed to do this, and I still need to do this. It was, I wouldn't say it was easy, but when a habit becomes so programmed in your head, it becomes quite easy. But it also sort of, I just tell myself one sentence, one paragraph, and I'm on my way to the gym. It is that sort of, you don't need to convince me of much, right? I have sort of a note that I read every day, I think, especially in the gym days, and that's sort of just work hard or gym. Boom, 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 boom. So, yeah. I was feeling a bit, I don't know why, anxious in my body when I got home. And on the way home, I talked to the camera and I'm feeling a bit better. Thank you guys. I appreciate that a lot. So, yeah. As of now, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to eat 400 grams of protein yogurt. I mean, all yogurt have protein, but this one has more protein. I am then maybe going to eat 6 eggs a bit later, we'll see. I'm not feeling that hungry, but do I have a choice? Brain? No, okay, kidding. But yeah, that's one of the issues I'm dealing with. And for the people that are wondering, all the videos that I'm posting, you know, about where it may be sad or whatever, it isn't just me, it's just me acting. It isn't like real videos, it is just me. I just love to make videos and sort of a bit more filmatic stuff and sort of making a bit more awareness, just sort of getting out some real feelings that people are struggling with and such. And yeah, it's just, I hope I do it for a good purpose, right? So it is, if it's bad, tell me, comment on it, just to make sure that I don't do anything wrong. So yeah, rice and chicken for dinner at work. I'm going to work from 4 to 00:45, so I will post this video a bit early, I think, before I leave, and then that's it for me. So yeah, no work tomorrow, going to have early work Sunday, working on school both Saturday and Sunday. I'll have to take a melatonin pill for tomorrow. I have to take that shit just to make sure I get enough sleep, really. So yeah, we'll see about the training tomorrow. It's just like a sort of leftover thing. So yeah, and cardio as well. Hope you had a good day. Hope you will have a good day. I wish you the best. And be nice to yourself. Be good to your body. Don't lie to yourself or your body. be a good person to others and yourself. Have a laugh, have a smile, and be kind. And as always, I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.